Mills Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Mills Fleet Farm is your fishing headquarters.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Today we're jigging for brown trout on Lake Michigan.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie!
This is a big, beautiful fish.
Oh, is that awesome? Holy moly! Oh my God! Look at the size of that walleye, Danny! Look at the size of that fish. Yes, folks, March is a great month to get out on Lake Michigan, and we're with Captain Caleb Zorn. And Caleb, you know what? We could choose any port from, I guess, down in Chicago all the way to Door County to enjoy some brown trout fishing this time of year.
Yeah, John, a lot of the shorelines this time of year hold a lot of brown trout, steelhead, you know, even you stumble into a few lake trout around the shorelines here.
Now, one thing you want to look for this time of the year when you still have water temps in the high 30s is warm water discharges, that type of deal, right?
Yeah, and especially today, if it wasn't for where we're at right now, we would not be fishing due to the water clarity.
Well, we got special guests today, Sammy, the fireman from Kenosha, who just got married. My daughter Blake is along. Of course, Ryan, the photographer, is here. But we could be able to pull this off under some tough conditions today.
Yeah, and I would say these are very tough conditions.
All right, we'll catch something though, won't we?
Oh, we'll stumble into a few.
All right. Hey, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
You can't choose the weather, but you can choose to dress for it. Introducing Blackfish Performance Wear for the ultimate sun protection and cooling comfort. Using chemical-free cooling technology, our Shade and Eclipse series is designed with unique fabric to wick moisture away, as well as create pockets for air to keep you cool. Whether on the boat or on the dock, choose Blackfish, because you can choose the weather. Blackfishgear.com.
It's time to get your boat ready for fishing at Mills Fleet Farm. The Bright Start Marine Battery is $56.99 with exchange. Start your lawn off right with Scott's Crabgrass Preventer plus fertilizer, just $14.99. Attract your favorite birds with KT Wild Bird Food, 20 pounds, $5.99. And quench your thirst with Pepsi products. Get 3 12-packs for $9.99 at Mills Fleet Farm.
From the makers of the best-selling Yamaha Grizzly and Kodiak 700 comes the all-new Kodiak 450, the world's only midsize ATV with Yamaha-proven off-road capability, all-day comfort, and confidence-inspired performance. The all-new Kodiak 450, starting at just $59.99.
Well, welcome back, folks. Looks like Sammy the fireman from Kenosha is going to be the first to connect here. Here he comes out, pretty nice little brown trout. Now you can tell, folks, how dirty the water is today because last night we had a big blow, didn't we, Caleb?
Oh, that blow was unreal.
And that can affect the fishing a lot?
Oh, John, it really dirtied up the water here. I wouldn't have thought it would have gotten that dirty, but now we're trying to get around the discharges to a little bit cleaner water where these fish are hopefully hanging out.
Yeah, that's a nice brown. If you're going to eat one, that's about the right size.
Yeah,
right
this
there.
brown is perfect.
Yeah. On what, Sammy?
Just a little spoon.
Little spoon.
Good start to the day.
Yeah. Hey, Caleb, now you got one on, man.
Yeah, just right. I mean, I could have been, what, a couple minutes after Sammy hooked up here.
Oh, that's cool, buddy. These brown trout are so much fun, too, aren't they?
They're a blast.
Yeah.
Nice brown.
Yeah, and the real pretty coloring on that. Now, what was that one on?
This was actually on a spawn sack, John. I just put it on like 2 casts ago, right after Sam got the one. But you can definitely see the coloring compared to the one Sam got.
Yeah.
This one's a lot greener on the back. Sam's was pretty silver.
And what does that mean?
You know, obviously this fish was probably hanging around in a little bit more dirtier water before the blow happened.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish though, isn't it?
Yes.
Folks, as I mentioned before, we had a huge northeast wind last night, and I'm sure that we had waves of 6-7 feet out here. And what that did was dirty up the water near shore here on Lake Michigan out of Milwaukee. And Caleb, what you got to do is find where there's some clear water. And the best shot we had was the Oak Creek Power Plant down here where they got clean water coming out, right?
Yeah, I mean, John, if you look out to the side of the boat here, we're at one of the discharge, and it's pumping clean water out. And I bet you that water's probably 20, 25 degrees warmer than the water that the boat's sitting in.
So what happens then? The bait fish come in here?
The bait fish come in, and then these fish, I think that a lot of reasons they come into this cleaner water is, I think it probably hurts when they breathe in this more siltier water in their gills. Feels like a better fish, John.
All right, and that's, ooh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
this is a nice fish. All right,
Really
man.
nice fish.
You know, that is cool. Oh, yeah.
Big
that is
brown.
Big brown?
Big brown, yeah.
I can't believe we have this kind of fishing in our own backyard, you know?
So close, and literally it's in our backyard,
Here he is.
you know.
You can tell how dirty the water is, folks. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
Caleb, good fighter, buddy.
John,
Good fighter, man.
There you go, Sam. Take it.
And
There we go.
oh, nice
Nice
job.
fish.
You know, we got to tell the folks, Caleb, one of the coolest things is that, you know, you charter capturing down here, you always got spawn with you, don't you?
Yep, you gotta carry it on you this time of year. You
Why
never
is
know.
that?
I mean, really, with the water being so dirty, I'm kind of going over to more of like a natural bait with the current flow we have going on here.
Right.
But I mean, it's so funny how you could throw jigs here till you're blue in the face and put on one spawn sack, and the first drift you get one.
Now let's hold that one up if you can. That is a beautiful, clean brown trout, and that's good 8-10 pounder, isn't
Oh,
it?
I would say so. I mean, just a thick, beautiful looking fish.
Folks, I'm trying a Castmaster right now, but the last couple of fish have come on spawn sacks. And Caleb, maybe you can show the folks and explain what a spawn sack is. Now, when you and I fish in the fall, you save the eggs for this time of year, right?
John, all it is a little mesh netting. You know, you can get the mesh netting probably at any local bait shop, you know, around Lake Michigan there. And all I do is throw a few eggs in the mesh netting and tie it up and make the spawn sack. And how I have it rigged today is on a 3-way. Got my spawn sack here, and then I got my weight down here like a bottom bounce, and all I'm doing is throwing it up in the current and just walking it back, and all of a sudden they just tag it on the way down.
Sambo! What's
There.
he using up there, Caleb?
Sam, John, sorry, he's got one of them jigging spoons on.
Okay, yeah. All right, buddy. That's fun. And we got ourselves a teensy brown. Hey, Sammy, we got to tell the folks, you know, that's your second fish you've caught since you've been married. You're on your honeymoon today. You got married on Saturday?
Yeah, you're right, John. I did the impossible. I'm still fishing after I got married.
Well, say hi to your wife, though.
Hi, Tiffany.
No, it was quite a wedding, and I know that I wasn't invited, and I feel bad, you know, but in all honesty, congratulations.
Thank you.
And that's a great thing, and I want to thank you for your service, too, because you're a Kenosha.
Kenosha firefighter.
Yeah, how's that been going?
It's been great, John.
Going, Dad.
All right, Blake on the spawn sack. That's a nice way for beginners to learn, isn't it, Caleb?
Oh, John, this
Oh,
looks like
this
a really
is a big
good fish.
fish, Blake.
Like, we might have to move you back to the back of the boat. John, put your rod down, John.
Okay.
Wow. This is a.
What did it take her all the way around the boat there?
John, it's going back to the front of the boat now.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, Blake.
Oh.
I've always wanted you to hook up out here. What do you think?
This is an aggressive.
Oh, look at.
That's a big brown.
That is
John.
a big brown trout, Blake.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, get him. That is a big brown. Whoa. Now, you're doing a great job. Just keep him coming. Just keep him coming. Well, what do you think? Oh,
Oh, it's under the boat now.
okay. Here he comes. Keep pressure on him.
Blake, let him reel down. Keep reeling.
Keep.
All right.
Whoa.
He is not giving up.
No, he's not.
And
No,
neither am I.
I know. Don't you give up.
Keep reeling, Blake.
Keep reeling, Blake. That's all you can do. Can you see him?
Almost.
Yes.
Look
Oh,
at-
go up front there, Blake. Well, wait. First of all, what did you think there?
Wow, that was an aggressive fight. One I've never felt before.
You know what? That's a trophy brown trout right
That
there.
is huge.
And isn't that nice using that spawn sack? Because you can just kind of reel it real slow and then
Yeah.
they hit it, you know?
Not very hard.
No, and that's a great way to fish them. And wait till you hold this baby up. You go up front, okay? Well, what do you have to say to Caleb?
Wow, that was one of the coolest experiences experiences. Look at that.
Did a great job fighting them.
Wow.
Now, is that an unusually large fish?
I mean, John, you know, you get your certain schools throughout the day, actually. Different fish come rolling through this warm water discharge feeding on the bait fish. And you know what, 20 minutes ago we got that other good one that was probably right around the same size. So, you know, there's always different size classes coming through.
I see that the spawn sack is the key today, right?
Right now it is, John.
Yeah, you got
But
Sammy all strung up with spawn. Well, let's see here. Now, do you have to use something heavy enough to be near the bottom, Caleb?
John, right now it seems to be. I mean, there's days where actually,
Yeah.
no, I thought it was a coho, actually. I was looking, but it is a brown. No, there's some days where you do need to make contact with the bottom as you're going through, and there's also days where you could literally just float a bobber and have a spawn sack on 5 feet down and they'll come up and tag it. But today with the water being so clear, or so dirty, sorry, I think most of the clear water is going to be tight to the bottom if there is any clear water down
So
there.
you'll want to be near the bottom
Yep.
today. Folks, this is starting to be a fast fishing day, isn't it, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, we're actually moving through the spawn sacks pretty good.
Oh, this is another decent one, eater size. And
There
good
we
job.
go. Nice job.
You know what we learned today, though, and we started out today really searching, didn't we, Caleb?
John, we covered a lot of water earlier. I mean, you know, and just we drove by this and actually went to a few other spots, and we figured we'd come back for the, you know, the last hoorah. Here we are. We found some fish finally.
Now let's talk a little bit about your captaining down here, your guiding down here. Are you available the rest of March?
Yeah, John, I'll be down here, you know, bouncing back and forth between Green Bay and here, you know, but mainly with the brown trout fishery, we'll keep doing this, and then I'll probably be doing some fishing in the river for steelhead, you know. And
Oh, you guide for that?
Yeah, yep, and then probably be back on the walleyes.
We were fishing Lake Michigan out of Oak Creek, Wisconsin, a 0-hour drive from Milwaukee, 1.5 hours from Chicago, and 5.5 hours from Minneapolis.
Excellent. Oh, there's a good one. Awesome.
Beautiful fish.
Look at how he ate that, too.
Eat that Google Eye jig.
This is the Google Eye. It's available in a live bait series and then a long hook shank series. And what we did is we took a glass rattle and built it into the middle of the round jig head and just bouncing it. It hits the bottom, that glass rattle's rattling and it's sending off vibration in this dirty water in this river, and that's the result right there.
This one's coming home with me. Folks, when I head out to fish, I always stock up on my favorite Baitmate fish attractants. Dale, I just put that Baitmate on, man. Baitmate offers a complete line of fish attractants and convenient spray bottles for every angler and every species of fish. They've got your bait covered. I also have the newest Baitmate delivery system in my boat, Baitmate Ultra Live Game Fish Dip. Simply flip open the lid and dip your bait for even application every time, and it's ideal for frequent casting. I just dipped that in the Baitmate, you know that? Improve your chances of catching fish with Baitmate fish attractants. It just makes sense.
I've had real hard time moving this fish, John. I mean, he's just staying right here, just on the outside of the current.
So you just keep pressure on him?
Oh, there.
Oh yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Beautiful brown trout. Wow, look at that, folks. That's a gorgeous fish.
I was bouncing the spawn through there. I didn't like that, so I switched over to a crankbait with this high. I mean, we got a lot of current going through here with the discharge. So I figured if I just slow roll a crankbait through this really heavy current, you know, you get down there and get, you know, work your way through it and get some fish.
How was that hit?
Oh, he just crushed it.
Did he? Yeah, look at that, folks. That's a beautiful brown trout right there, man. So when they hit a crankbait, it's just got to be a...
Oh, they throttle it. I about ripped the rod out of my hand earlier.
And you're reeling that crankbait real slow?
Real slow in this current. I'm almost letting the current work it. You know, it's so fast. I'm just holding the tip and bringing it back real slow.
On the Kalen's plastic up here, on the Kalen's plastic. Actually, folks, I'm going to tell you what I had to do if I catch this fish here. He doesn't feel as big as the other ones that we've had, Caleb, but they fight, buddy. Look at that. Wow. That is so much fun. They get into that current, they just take off, don't they?
I mean, what have we got? Been here
Whoa,
half hour?
Look at that, look at that. Oh, here he is.
Oh, that's a good
yeah,
fish,
it's
John.
a nice fish. Nice job there, pal.
Look at.
Couple things I want to talk about here, folks. You know, I love to use Seaguar line, and what I'm using here is 15-pound Smackdown, which I use on all my reels. But I'll tell you what, I only had 8-pound AbrazX on there, and I lost a fish. And you said you need 12 down here. Is that true?
Yeah, we bumped it up, John. Look at the first bite.
Yeah.
Capitalized on them.
But yeah, I lost 2 fish just with broken lines, and I think down here that 12, sometimes if you're fishing for Chinook, up to 18-pound fluorocarbon.
Oh yeah, I got guys using even 25 on fluoro.
Yeah, hold that one out. And what you're doing here, folks, is casting along a current line. You got these chutes coming out with the warm water, and you want to hit not right in the current, but on the edge.
Just on the edges, you can see, like we talked before with the water, we got a really bad tint to it, and with the chute pushing all that clean water out, you get a really good mud line here, and a lot of these fish are holding on that mud line.
Hey, I didn't tell you this year, I switched rods, you know? I was using those Fenwicks for a long time, but I actually found a rod that's better. It's the Jason Mitchell Elite Series walleye rods, all-purpose rod, and what I really, really like about this rod is it's got a strong butt down here for rib jigging and a very flexible tip. The other thing I like about this is the Fenwicks are $180 and these are $130.
There you go.
Yeah, Jason Mitchell Series rods, man. They're nice for those brownies.
Yep.
Hey, Blake's got a brownie on. Blake's got a brown trout on. She got it on a crankbait. Why is she giggling so much?
Because I did not expect that.
Why? She's giggling like crazy.
John, I just tied it on, and as I was showing her how to do it, I handed her the rod.
Oh, Blake. And she got one on the first cast,
Yes.
Blake.
Reels in,
Don't
and I
pump
got
now.
one.
Just keep your rod steady and reel. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, Blakey. Blake, come on up here now. You know, you were sitting there. I got to tell you, folks, she was sitting there looking at her phone. And I said, Blake, would you like to cast a little bit? And
2 reels in, I got one.
no, isn't that fun though when they hit a
Oh
crankbait?
yeah, I can't wait to cast again.
No, so how did that feel? Like a boom?
Oh yeah, right away, aggressive hit. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, wait till you see your first brown trout on an artificial. Hey, Caleb, she's got to be proud of that.
I
Come
would
on up
say
here,
so,
turn
John.
around.
No, that was really fun.
Yep. Now turn around and show the fish now. Good job. And you know that, as we said before, is a nice bait for a beginner, isn't it?
Oh, John, like I said, she goes, how do I work it? I said, throw it out there and just watch the tip of the rod, and all it did was wobble right in the current, and all of a sudden she said, got one.
Boy, John, after a long day of fishing, I really don't feel like grilling tonight.
You don't have to. Johnsonville's got you covered, man. I'll tell you what, we have a brand new product. These are flame grilled Johnsonville brats. The cool thing about this, of course, is we use only 100% premium pork, no fillers, but Johnsonville did the grilling for us at the factory.
Wow.
Even got grill marks on them. All you got to do is throw one in the microwave for 45 seconds, and it tastes just like a freshly grilled Johnsonville brat.
That's music to my ears.
Think Tab will like them?
Oh yeah, I will too.
Wow, that's delicious. Just like a fresh grilled Johnsonville brat.
Johnsonville flame grilled brats. Quick, easy, and delicious.
Folks, running a big two-stroke engine this year, I've really gotten to rely on the AmSoil HP Marine. This really makes my engine run better, doesn't it, Len?
It does. We do a lot of testing behind the scenes on these particular products, and a couple of the big things to think about is wear protection and detergency. We make sure that there's nothing building up inside that engine. We're also protecting it from wear, because these are the things you don't look at until something happens. So we make sure it doesn't.
And a lot less smoke, right?
Right. That's something that we actually do. We look at trying to produce less smoke. That's one of the major things.
And for more information on both the HP two-stroke and four-stroke Marine, you can go to
AmSoil.com.
You know, I have been hearing a ton about Humminbird Chart Select, Ray. What is that?
Chart Select is where you can go and purchase individual high-definition Lake Master lake maps for just one lake.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And we got a special now. If you buy a Helix 5 or 7, which has GPS, by the way, you get a special deal.
Purchase and register a unit by March 31st, and we'll send you a code for any Lake Master map of your choice on Chart Select.
That's awesome. And for more information,
go to humminbird.com.
I'm Blake Gillespie here for Mills Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters. Each week on Blake Goes Shopping, we'll feature one of our products that will help you catch more fish. I can't believe we're already getting ready for open water fishing. And I heard crankbaits are one of the best ways to find fish in the spring. And the most versatile crankbait is a Salmo Hornet. I mean, just look at all these different sizes and colors. Salmo cranks have been red hot in the upper Midwest. Their unique action drives walleyes nuts. They are fish catching machines. And with these Mills Fleet Farm exclusive colors, Dad better watch out. And that's why I choose to shop at Mills Fleet Farm, because I know they'll have everything I need.
hey, on the plastic again here now, guys. This one is not as big as what we've been catching, but I don't care, man. It's just a blast. I will not be able to flip him in, though, Caleb. He's not that small.
No, we'll have to put him in the net.
Whoa, whoa. Here he is, I think. There,
Oh,
hey, nice job there, buddy.
that.
Actually, that's not a bad fish at all.
No,
But it is funny. You got to get that plastic or those crankbaits really close to the rocky shoreline there, folks. If you don't get hit, and I was talking to Sammy about it before, if you don't get hit in that first 10 feet, you most likely aren't going to get hit on that cast. Is that true, Caleb?
Yeah, John. I mean, everything's been right tight to the rocks, although I did have one follow it right to the boat.
right.
Almost jumped out of the water after it.
Sambo, Samarooney Boo! All right, man. Now don't lose this one. We've lost quite a few on crankbaits.
I've upgraded the hooks.
You've upgraded the hooks. That's a good thing, buddy.
Awesome.
Just a brownie.
Color.
Yeah, I kind of saw that silver, though, when you were looking
You see
there.
where? Yeah, I mean, that you very easily could have mistaken that one.
Nice job there, Sambo.
Thank you.
Now, Sammy, why did you decide to spend your honeymoon with us?
Well, I can never pass up an opportunity to fish.
No, seriously, you and your bride are going to Mexico?
Yeah, we'll be going to Mexico in a few months.
Nice.
Hey, now, what are these German brown trout, Caleb?
Yeah, John, a lot of Germans in here. I mean, there's a few sea forellins mixed in, but this is a female right here.
Sammy,
Look up again.
That's two, is that the next cast?
Back-to-back cast.
Back-to-back cast for the Samarooney Boo. All right, Sambo. Way to go there, Sambo. Ooh, yeah. And in the net ski, nice job. Hey, Caleb, I don't think folks that are watching this show in Iowa or Illinois or Indiana realize how many fish you can catch in a day on Lake Michigan on light tackle.
John, you can put a lot of fish in the boat when the weather cooperates. You know, and we've had so-so weather today, just fighting the water clarity more than anything. I mean, the lake's beautiful today, but we got a little tint, and that's, like I said before, why we're hanging around the discharge in this clean water.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Mills Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2018 Fishing Contest.
Tony Christensen of Stratford caught this 39-inch northern on the Big O Plain flowage on a shiner. Mark Cassidy Jr. of West Bend, Wisconsin, speared this 68-inch sturgeon on Lake Winnebago. Mark Pfaff of West Salem, Wisconsin, caught this 10.5-inch bluegill on the Mississippi River on a waxworm. Jeff Hess of Mount Pleasant caught this 22-inch largemouth on Eagle Lake on a waxworm. And this week's kids winners are Alec Ranker of Lake Forest, Illinois, caught this 21-inch bass on Forest Lake on a shiner. And Kylie Halverson of Burlington caught this 43-inch northern pike in Adams County on a golden shiner.
Our adult winners will receive a $25 Mills Fleet Farm gift card, and our kids winners will receive a Plano tackle box. Remember, Mills Fleet Farm, your fishing gear headquarters.
Captain Caleb Zorn guides Lake Michigan on a daily basis. For more information, call Wacky Walleye Guide Service. That number is 920-743-5731. 743-5731.
Evinrude has taken the most advanced outboards in the world and added the best coverage on the water. During the Evinrude Perfect 10 sales event, get 10 full years of coverage, the very best protection in the industry, on all E-Tech engines and accessories. This exclusive limited time offer is valued up to $7,500. Only Evinrude lets you have it all. The world's best outboard with the world's best coverage. For details, visit evinrude.com.
If you fish, chances are you've used a mustad hook. That's all we use.
Mark, get him in there. Army tank there, Dale. Oh, there is a big boy. I mean, I just can't believe this, folks.
Oh, let's see him, buddy. Look at that.
That 10 seconds, though, makes a big difference, buddy.
Well, that one is a gorgeous fish.
Is that pushing 3?
It's 3. We're going to weigh it.
Mustad, the world's largest manufacturer of fishing hooks. Get the point? We did. Hey Caleb, great fishing day, but I gotta tell you one thing. I just absolutely love that Evinrude E-Tech G2. So smooth and so much torque getting out of the hole with this big boat.
Yeah, I noticed that, especially with, 5 of us in the boat today, and yet you came to the boat ramp with a boat full of fuel. So.
Yeah. No, that engine is great. I want to mention one more thing. Up until April 30th, if folks buy an Evinrude, they get 10 years of complete engine coverage, and that coverage is transferable to a new owner. But thanks, buddy. I had a great time, and folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.
Hey, 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 John Gillespie. Hey, hey, John Gillespie. Hey, John Gillespie.
Hey, hey, John Gillespie. Hey, 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 John Gillespie. Hey, 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 John Gillespie.
He's the fishing man, fishing anytime he can, yeah! Treat for